Hello, good morning. It's Woody again. Back for another little video. I thought I'd do this short video. I always say they're short, but they always end up long. But I'm gonna try and keep this one quite short. It's one of them days, where it's just beautiful to be alive. The sun's shining. I'm sitting in the back garden. I like to think of the sun like as healing. The warmth of the sun is healing me, and I try and think of the positive kind of feeling that you get from that. It's just beautiful. Just about to set off on a walk. I vow to do 11,000 steps each day for Prostate Cancer UK. It's a charity that I'm walking for. Two reasons really. One, obviously to raise awareness and money. The other one was also for myself. I wanted to prove that despite the odds and despite all the ups and downs and the condition I'm in, that you can do stuff like this and share it, because this cancer doesn't have to be, I'm just going to sit down and die and wait for it to happen. Just going to sit up a little bit. I've got a chance to make some kind of difference somewhere, to people maybe, and to myself. So I'm going to go walk 11,000 steps, which is just under, it's about 5 or 6 miles, something like that, for the 25th day running. And then tomorrow I'm back to work, so I'm getting up an hour and a half early to do it, and do it in the morning before I start my shift as an ambulance instructor. So it gives me a purpose and something to feel good about doing, even though sometimes I wish, at times I kind of wish I hadn't started it. Last week there was a day where it was just chucking it down with rain. I got soaked. I thought, what am I doing? I know. But then it's only water. It's only water, and it dries off. You dry it off eventually. So it's just a post to say, what. Don't just sit down and let this. Don't let cancer take over. Don't let it put you down. Don't let it ruin your life. Okay. There's things sometimes in life that happen. You get curveballs chucked at us. Of course, cancer is a huge one. And I've always sort of kind of looked at things that you can't control, what's not controllable. You've got cancer. Okay, I can't necessarily rewind the clock and do anything about that. I've got it. So what can I do about that? What can I do to make the best of life? What can I do to improve my life and improve the lives of people around me as well? And for that you need a purpose. You need something that you can do. And I honestly think for anyone, if you're capable, I'm saying, of walking, there's lots and lots of different charities that you can just sign up for and do a walk each day. I'm sure this is all over the world. Different charities are involved in this. Prostate UK, Prostate Cancer UK over here does something almost every month, whether you cycle, whether you walk. I'm doing what we call the March for Men for September. 11,000 steps represents the number of men, unfortunately, that lose their life from prostate cancer in the UK over a year. So I thought, well, while I'm doing the March for Men, I've been doing a live video on Facebook every day while I'm doing it, or at least during the weekdays before work. So I've been driving into work an hour and a half early, and then just walking around and talking to people live on Facebook, whoever happens to be there, happens to be awake, and trying to spread the message about prostate cancer and the awareness of it and the symptoms that I know lead up to it becoming, to becoming bad. If you can catch it early, there's no reason why you should suffer from it. You know, you can be controlled, which is really, really important. But people don't know that. But that's the purpose, and once you get kind of a purpose in your life, it just makes life worthwhile. We can all get a diagnosis of cancer, and we can all sit down and just wait for the inevitable, you know, wait for the Grim Reaper to come along. But if you're capable, you can just get out and put one foot before the other and just march. You know, walk for men, walk for women, walk for whatever you know. And as you're doing it, even if you raised £10, you've just put £10 in a pot that you would never have done. You know, at the moment, I think I've raised about £350, which is, for me, is just incredible. You know, whenever those little jars I see with cancer research or something, I often will put 50p or a pound in there. I'm not a rich guy, but I always try and think I'll make a difference in just a pound, but I'm putting £350 in there at the end of this month, and hopefully a bit more. And it gives me a real reason to want to keep going and want to keep living, if that makes sense. I don't want to give up. I'm never going to give up. I've got too much things to live for. But if you're searching for a purpose, then why not look at raising money by joining a charity? And it's just got everything about it is a win-win situation. You will feel good just by doing it, even if it's just a kilometre a day. That's how I first started out. I started off with the Samaritans, and I did a month last year. I did a kilometre a day, and I raised something like £1,000, which is insane. All I did was, I can do that walking up and down the stairs every day. But you're just being a part of something like that's going to make you feel that there's some worth. You've got that self-worth, you've got that pride, and you're standing up to cancer. You're not letting this cancer push you down, you know. And again, I think this is just such a fabulous way of winning. It is win-win. So what I'd love to know is what people are doing out there. If you are doing anything like this, let me know. It'd be nice to read some stories about what people have done. This is my fourth charity raising event, money raising or awareness or raising. This one has been more about raising the awareness, because so many people, good friends, have donated. I can't keep asking the same people to donate. But I'm happy just to go online every morning on Facebook and talk to whoever's around at 6:30 in the morning. And I've had some chats with people, raising awareness, telling them about what to look for in prostate cancer, telling them about mindfulness. I've used to teach mindfulness, so I might come on one of these videos and give you some tips on mindfulness. In fact, walking itself is a mindful practice on its own. If you can get out the door and just walk for, let's say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever you're capable of doing, and just focus on the walk, focus on everything that you can see, feel, hear, smell, the nature, you know, focus on the nature. What's the weather doing, the wind, the sun, the temperature, the rain. Even if it's raining, sometimes there's nothing better than doing a mindful walk in the rain. So you're doing a bit of mindfulness, raising awareness, and raising money. I mean, it's just a great scenario to be in. So I'd urge anyone who's suffering at the moment from cancer, just been diagnosed from cancer, if you want a distraction, if you want to do something that makes you feel good, this is better than any medication. I can promise you that the medication is in the mind. Your medication is empowered. Any medication you take will be topped up by what you do. Getting out there, taking a few strides, being a part of the world. Find yourself somewhere. It doesn't matter where you walk. I just walked around my garden while I was talking to my mum. I'd done 1,000 steps while I was talking to her on the phone, rather than sitting down in the house. I could have done it while I was doing this, but I wanted to keep the camera nice and still. So yeah, that was my message for this one, is find a purpose. Find something that distracts you from the fear and the anxiety and the pain, because even the pain will dull down. If you're capable of it, and you're capable of putting one foot before the other, then give it a go, you know? So until the next time, whatever you're doing, just keep positive, and as usual, just try and be kind to people. Be grateful for what you have, and that cancer just won't seem quite as bad. Okay. See you next time.